Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to explain problem-solving account of scientific progress. For those who didn't watch the last episode, you can check out the truth-likeness account of scientific progress in my video. So, what is problem-solving account of scientific progress? Problem-solving account of scientific progress focuses on those theories that enable scientists to solve problems rather than truth-likeness. With respect to this account, a scientific theory is accounted as progressive whenever that theory enables scientists to solve more problems in comparison to the previous theories. For example, Rutherford's theory of atom was unable to explain why hydrogen and certain other molecules emitted light in certain wavelengths. After only Bohr, we were unable to explain this phenomenon. So, Popper was the first to give importance to the problem-solving account and the importance of problem solving in relation to scientific progress and theories. He was too much focused on individual scientists' capacity to solve problems. In this regard, Popper's theory, however, falls short because intuitively we think that science is an activity where many scientists engage in science to produce certain results. Both Larry Loudon and Thomas Kuhn, science is conducted with respect to some conceptual, metaphysical, and methodological assumptions. For Larry Loudon, scientific progress is measured with respect to research tradition, unlike Thomas Kuhn's idea of individual scientists' capacity to solve problems. Then there is a notion called problem-solving effectiveness. The problem-solving effectiveness of theories is measured for Larry Loudon with respect to the number of unsolved problems and important problems left in a research tradition. For Larry Loudon, science makes progress whenever problem-solving effectiveness of scientific theories increase. The question is, what kind of problems do scientists solve? For Loudon, there are two kinds of problems. One is the conceptual problems and the second is the empirical problems. Empirical problems for Larry Loudon ask the question whether the posited object with respect to in theory exists or not. If a scientific theory posits the object electron, then it is a problem for the scientific theory to show that the object electron exists. In addition to this, by showing that this object exists with respect to certain experiments or proofs would solve the problem. Hence, it would increase the problem-solving efficiency of a theory. This would increase the problem-solving efficiency of a research tradition. Hence, this would entail a scientific progress has been made. The second kind of problems are conceptual problems. Problems are issues with the features of the theories themselves, or how they relate to other theories or assumptions in a research tradition. Loudon, both empiric and conceptual problems and their solutions imply scientific progress. The important aspect of this theory is that theories undergo changes rather than research traditions only. This actually contrasts with Kuhn's idea that whenever a paradigm shift happens, then after the paradigm shift, the new research tradition cannot be comparable with the older research tradition or with the new paradigm with the old paradigm. This is because Kuhn studied radical changes in scientific history. In relation to problem-solving account of Larry Loudon, there is no notion of truth-likeness that one can compare and say that one theory is better than the other. However, Larry Loudon's account of scientific progress allow us some objective measure to compare the success of theories. This measure is as follows. For example, let's take a research tradition in time. Then let's say that at time t, research tradition solve these problems with respect to these theories. And then let's consider the same research tradition with respect to another theory, and let's look at the problems solved with respect to that theory in the same research tradition. So this allows us to see a research tradition over time and their successes in solving their problems with respect to certain theories. Then by looking at a same research tradition over time, we can say that which theories are more successful than the others within the same research tradition over time. This actually allows us somewhat an objective measure to compare whether scientific progress happened. Problem-solving account is that it doesn't have any connection to the notion of truth or accuracy. With respect to this theory, a false theory may be considered as scientifically progressive because only with respect to these problems that has been solved is important with respect to this theory. Nevertheless, Larry Loudon doesn't see this problem as a big problem for his theory because he thinks that truth is transcendent human beings and we are incapable of knowing what it is, even if it exists. And furthermore, he suggests that scientific history shows that many theories that we thought to be true were turned out to be false. So we shouldn't be talking about truth when we talk about scientific theories. To this, therefore, we have discussed problem-solving account. With respect to problem-solving account, it is important theory we have an objective measure of success of theories. If we consider research traditions over a time and see how many problems that are left unsolved, we can say that which theory is more successful for a research tradition. And lastly, for this theory, truth is not the main notion or faithfulness the representation of the world, but only the problems that are solved. Thank you very much for listening. I'm going to do epistemic account of scientific progress. Please feel free to watch and subscribe.